Just kidding. I had to do that. Hey, welcome to Gutenberg Blocks for Beginners. My name's Lee, and I will be walking you through this course. And most of the course, you won't be seeing my face. It's going to be a screencast where we're just going to be coding. I'll be coding alongside you. You'll be hearing my voice from behind the curtain. But this course is perfect for anyone who wants to learn how to build Gutenberg blocks from scratch. So I spent a lot of time digging through the Gutenberg handbook on WordPress, and this course is the result of that time spent. So why don't I want to show you really quick. I'm going to make my face a little smaller here and show you a few things here on WordPress.org. Here's the handbook. So I read through all this documentation, but this one section specifically called creating block types, if we go to that, it's actually a tutorial on how to build blocks. And I started taking the tutorial, and I went through the source code they provided on GitHub, and a lot of the things didn't work, and it took a lot of setup to get my first block working, and then I had to refactor a lot of the other example blocks that they provided in order to get them working. So then I was like, what the heck, I should go ahead and put a course together, because this is taking entirely too long to figure this out, and I'm sure they're going to update it some point in the future, but this course is the result of that. So it's legit because I'm pulling it off of WordPress.org, and I banged my head against the wall for days, if not weeks, trying to figure out how to get each of these blocks working and then refactoring them. And I don't want you to have to do the same. So why don't I show you really quick what these blocks are that we're going to be building. And again, this is definitely worth reading if you have the time, but I'm going to cover all of this in the course and save you a bunch of time and a bunch of headaches. Okay, so these are the blocks outlined in the Gutenberg handbook on WordPress.org, and these are the blocks we're going to be building. And you'll notice that I've got an install of WordPress here. We're going to install WordPress, set up the development environment. This is Gutenberg. We're going to set up Gutenberg. I don't know if you've seen it or not. It's super easy to create amazing pages and posts. So why don't I walk you through these blocks? We're going to be building 5 blocks in total. And the first one's just a static block. It doesn't really do anything. I just want to get you a quick win. So we start off the course setting up the environment, and then we build our first block pretty quickly. And then the next block we build is applying style sheets. So this first block, the styling's all included in that first block. In the second block, we take the styling out and put them in separate files. The next one is an editable block, so you can type. It uses the rich text component, which is a part of the Gutenberg core blocks. And then you can also do things like bold, italicize. The next one then is also an editable block, but this one, it applies some toolbar styling. You can left align, right align, center, italicize as well. And then finally, this last block, it kind of pulls things together, as far as it uses 3 of the rich text components. This is all editable here. And then also some of their properties. I'm going to show you how to use the rich text component in depth. And then finally, a media upload component, which is really cool to use. So if you click it, you can upload any image or video from the library, from your media library. And then check this out. So this is the inserter. We'll be playing around with this a lot, but these are the most used ones, which are media upload block, editable block, everything we'll be building, but I've got them all categorized as layout elements. So here are the 5 blocks we're going to be building, and I'll just show you really quick if we add one. So it just added a recipe block there. Again, this isn't the easiest thing to get set up, but I walk you through everything so you don't have to spend a ton of time figuring this out. And why don't I show you really quick in my text editor over here. So all in all, we're going to be building 3 plugins. And if you've never built a plugin before, you're also going to learn how to build a WordPress plugin as well. But this first plugin we're building, you'll see the 5 blocks we're going to be building, and then all of the tooling and PHP and JS. I walk you through everything and we code it together, and I try to do it as quickly and pain-free as possible. But the setup in the first block take a little longer, and after the setup's complete, once we set up the development environment and finish the first block, you'll really start to notice the advantages of using these blocks, because they're reusable components that we can mix, match, and reuse in other blocks. So it'll really start to pick up the pace. And after we finish these 5 blocks, which is one heck of an accomplishment, we're gonna create in the bonus section a more scalable architecture that makes it really easy to maintain and add additional blocks. So I'll show you how to set up this architecture from scratch. I'll walk you through everything you need to know here. And then finally, the last plugin we're gonna be building is a production version. So I'll show you how to eject all the code we need, everything you need and nothing you don't, and then put it into a production plugin as well. And throughout, we're going to be using the command line a lot. So if you're not comfortable with it, you're going to get really comfortable with it. So why don't I blow my face up here just to say I really appreciate you checking out this course, and I would love for you to join me. I really want to make it easy for you to get up and running and start building blocks. I believe that Gutenberg, the new editor, it's going to be a game changer. And I think by getting ahead of the competition, you're way ahead of the curve. I think now is the time to start digging into this and really starting to understand, how Gutenberg's going to change the landscape of WordPress. WordPress has been using the same editor for, I think, like the last 15 years or something. And this is a complete overhaul of how everything's done. And it's supposed to replace widgets and shortcodes, and they call it mystery meat HTML. But I would love for you to join me. So come on, let's go build some blocks together. And again, you won't see my face much until the end, but just for fun,